Because OLEDs sit near the top of the TV heap, pretty much any model you choose will perform at least reasonably well. The differences, then, lie in the details. We've dug into those specs to find the displays that best fit your needs. Number 1. LG C2 OLED TV. The LG C1 was a blockbuster of a TV that took top honors in just about every TV buying guide back in 2021. The only real downside was its relative lack of brightness, typical of OLEDs. By adding quantum dot tech to an OLED panel, LG gave the C2 considerably more brightness than its already excellent predecessor. The C2 is technically a 2022 model, but the C3 is only just starting to roll out. While the C2 isn't the newest, it does offer the vast majority of what you'll find in the C3 for a fraction of the price. With the C2, you get 4 side-mounted HDMI 2.1 ports, all of which can handle 4K action at 120 FPS. As for gaming chops, this TV offers native support for the GeForce Now game streaming platform, so you can game even if you don't have access to a PC or console. The C2 also supports several popular flavors of variable refresh rate technology, which prevents problems like screen tearing and game ruining lag from spoiling your time behind the controller. Even if you're not a huge gamer, the C2 is still a phenomenal all-around option, especially considering the lower price now that a new model has come around with updates. Number 2. Sony Bravia XR 80K OLED TV. It may come as no surprise that Sony wants to add a little extra incentive for people to buy both its latest TVs and its gaming console. For the most part, this is a typical high-end OLED display. It offers the deep blacks and excellent contrast ratios you expect from an OLED. You also get some of the best AI-powered image upscaling you'll find in a TV thanks to Sony's XR processor, which analyzes the on-screen image and tweaks it for maximum performance. So, if you're not always watching native 4K content, and most of us aren't, it will still look good. Plug a PlayStation 5 into one of the 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, out of a total of 4, and this setup is capable of 4K gaming at 120 FPS, even if consoles haven't quite caught up to those lofty specs just yet. The TV does, however, get special tone mapping abilities for more robust HDR performance exclusively with the PS5 Plus. Those 2 HDMI 2.1 ports support variable refresh rate tech with the PS5 to avoid screen tearing and other unwanted effects. In many ways, this TV was designed to work ideally with the PS5, so if you consume most of your content through that console, this is a great choice. Number 3. LG Z2 OLED Evo OLED TV. LG's flagship Z2 TV pushes its maximum resolution all the way up to 8K. That means you get roughly 32 megapixels of image information every time the screen refreshes. That's a serious amount of pixels. Of course, there really isn't much native 8K content out there at the moment. LG remedies that issue by equipping its TV with its most powerful A9 image processing hardware. It relies on AI to upscale the on-screen image to fit the massive 8K screen. If you're still regularly watching DVDs, this probably isn't the TV for you. But if you're watching native 4K and even streaming content, it should look very solid. In addition to all those pixels, this TV also has a classier design than most of its competition. At 77 and 88, there's no small option to sneak into a guest bedroom. This is a centerpiece TV made to occupy the main spot in the living room. It comes mounted on its own stand, allowing it to reside wherever you have the space. Whatever you do, however, please don't put it too high above the fireplace. It deserves better than that. Number 4. LG C1 OLED TV. This was our best overall pick for some time, and it's still absolutely worth checking out if you don't need the most advanced features or the brightest display. You can often find it at a very solid discount, making it a best budget buy compared to 2024's flagships. Across all of your content consumption, the C1 provides an excellent contrast ratio thanks to its super deep black levels. For movie watching, LG offers Filmmaker Mode, which turns off motion smoothing and tones down the vibrance and brightness to make the picture look more like what you'd expect at the theater. The C1 supports all the most popular flavors of HDR, as well as the two dominant variable refresh rate technologies, G-Sync and FreeSync, which gamers will appreciate. In fact, the C1 has a lot to offer gamers. All 4 HDMI ports support HDMI 2.1, giving you enough to hook up a PS5 and Xbox Series X for 4K/120 FPS gameplay. Plus, it boasts a 1ms response time in gaming mode, which cuts down potentially game-ruining lag.